It's another very beautiful, lovely, unique day in Lagos, Nigeria, in a very, very central part of Lagos, a place that is historically called Atoni Village. We are meeting a very unique personality in Nigeria, a man who has contributed to industry and nationalism, a man who has seen the past and is also seeing the present, a man who knew when Nigeria was very beautiful, when Nigeria started getting it wrong, and whose ideas will always help Nigeria to get out of his present logjam. He's an industrialist, an entertainment consultant, an elder statesman in ramification. His name is Prince Jide Adeniyi, the founder of the historic Poatson Pleasure Ride Nigeria Limited. He is a man who has done so much for Nigeria, and this is the second time we are meeting him in 6 years. It is a pleasure meeting him on the penthouse of one of his properties in Lagos, Nigeria, West Africa, this lovely Saturday afternoon. We are very, very honored to meet this very elderly, veteran, senior citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Daddy, we are very happy to be with you today, and it's one of the most, it's a wonderful pleasure to be with you, because it's not all the time we find veterans like you lending their opinion to rescue the country, to help the country out of both political and socio-economic problem. First and foremost, let me start by asking you that, how do you feel about Nigeria when you wake up every day and you listen to the radio, you watch the television, and your children show you things on the internet, on the social media, at this age, as one of those who fundamentally contributed to the development of this country, especially when you are a contractor to the military and some other things that you've done. How did you feel, and how are you feeling presently with Nigeria, sir?
Well, we thank God, because God was there at the beginning, and our God is still there now.
God is still there now.
Yeah.
That's for the country.
That's for the country.
But looking at your own days, when things were still relatively cheap, things were still relatively okay, and looking now, do you think this country has lost something? And how do you think we can recover what the country has lost? Being an elder statesman, and you look at it now, you saw when you are growing, and now you saw when your grandchildren are growing now. How do you feel?
I feel very, very good.
You feel good?
I feel good.
I'm shocked.
Because I'm alive, and there is nothing I can do. Right now, Nigeria are going down, going up, moving forward, or backward. So we thank God for the situation of Nigeria today.
I recall that in 2014, when I interviewed you in this house, it was at the twilight of President Jonathan's regime, and you had a lot of regrets at that time, saying that you never expected that a man of Jonathan's caliber, President Jonathan, who came from abject poverty, could put the country in such a very big turmoil at the time, that could come and let things go wrong. And you are so full of good word for President Muhammadu Buhari, because you said he promises to return the good tidings. Sir, do you agree with me? This is 4 years down the line that President Buhari has returned that good tidings. Do you believe? Because a lot of Nigerians are crying now that there's no food. A lot of people are saying jobs are closing up, businesses are closing up. But do you have an opinion that is different from theirs?
I'm not a politician, and Nigeria is struggling for now.
Struggling
to survive. The situation of Nigeria, we believed that it will be better.
It will be better. That's a belief, sir. That is faith in action.
Yeah, yes. Because if you don't believe in that, and you cannot at any time giving Nigeria hope. But today, I know that Nigeria has a future within their hands.
Nigeria has a future, even with the downturn in the economy, with the way President Muhammadu Buhari is. Do you believe he's taking us to a greater height with his reforms?
The man Buhari,
yes, sir,
is now controlling the economy of the country. And I just continue to pray for him to succeed.
To succeed.
To succeed. Because you don't know what is going to be this next action. So we just need to cooperate with him.
But do you think he has tried? Because I know you too. You said it then that he's always that. Even in 1984, he recovered a lot. He was able to pay our debt, and people were angry with him. He was stabilizing the economy when they took him out of power in 20 months. But right now, with what is happening now, do you see hope?
You see, the man Buhari, you don't need to doubt him. He will prove himself before millions of Nigerians. That is it.
He will prove himself before millions of Nigeria.
Yes.
So is Prince Adeniyi advising us that we should give him a second chance?
Yes.
We should
give him another chance. He will prove himself better. If you look at the so-called Buhari,
yes, sir,
people look at him as a military man who does not need too much to keep the country going. And that is what Nigeria voted for. But now, he cannot do it the way.
So Nigerians were looking at him that with his military instincts, military training, he could change things, even though he's a Democrat now. If you look at Buhari now, there is a transformation from the military stance to democratic leader. So how do we expect him to change things in the democratic environment?
We just want to try him and see what is sitting down there doing. He is there, and we are here. So you could not do it the way they expect. He got there and he couldn't.
That's a puzzle.
Yeah, we want him to do
magic
to change Nigeria from sinking and then to fight and become somebody else. I personally I was surprised.
You were surprised with the turn of events?
The turn of events, he couldn't even handle anything. So what we need now is to give him more chance and let us see whether he can do better.
But the former President Obasanjo is saying that he should not go. He was the first one to come out to say Mr. Buhari is not fit to rule, that is full of nepotism, that he cannot even run the economy, then that his health is not strong enough, that is ill health and all that.
He was healthy.
Yes, that President Obasanjo.
Yeah, Obasanjo too has. I was expecting Obasanjo to do better
in his 8 years term.
In his 8 years, they were given 8 years maximum. He did nothing. Look at Abeokuta to Lagos.
That road. Yeah.
He couldn't do it. So he cannot now sit down in his house and begin to point a finger, accused finger against one person or something. I like him, but he disappointed me.
Disappointed you too?
Yeah.
You feel disappointed in Nigeria, but a lot of people said his own reforms were better. That there were economic reforms, revalidation of the banking system, the telecommunication system came during President Obasanjo's era. There was a kind of bubble burst in the economy. There was a portfolio of economic activities compared to this time.
Listen, there is nothing to talk about. The economy is there. You could not turn them round. He could not do what he's supposed to do. Yoruba man did not enjoy him. How will I not say somebody from the north is going to enjoy him? And he's now back home. And for him to start talking, what has he done in his own time? He has not done anything.
He's now saying that we should support Atiku.
That one. Let's wait and see what Nigeria does, because you cannot vote for Nigeria.
When it comes to voting,
yes. So I don't mind what anybody will say about anybody. Nigeria has the same style all over.
You think that Nigerians have not learned their lesson?
We haven't.
Then how can we learn it? Even in 4 years of stringent.
We have to fight it out. But you are afraid. So, I'm afraid.
Yes.
He's afraid.
Nobody wants to bail the cat.
Nobody wants to bail the cat, because these people are there and they are there to do the right thing.
But when you look at President Buhari, do you think in your mind, as an elderly person and as an elder statesman, do you think he wants to change Nigeria, or you think he's just pretending?
He may be, because I was not there with him.
Okay.
It may be he wants to change Nigeria to change better, but he's supposed to lead us to the point of where changes will come. But the situation is just there. We are all suffering. So all we need to do now is to relax and wait. And not waiting for nothing, but waiting for a better future of Nigeria.
A better future of Nigeria?
Yeah. Maybe it will come during the time of Buhari. Maybe it will not. And it will come later when you know which kind of
the next set of leaders.
Next set of leaders.